you can tell when your car battery's dying. But with your water heater, you'll never know until it starts leaking. Before you buy another tank, consider a Navien tankless water heater. No storage tank to heat or leak. Lower energy bills and endless hot water for spa-like comfort. All backed by Navien's strong warranty. If your water heater is over 8 years old, it's time to check out Navien at tanklessmadesimple.com.
Count on Navien.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. If you haven't heard, man, Pain in the Grass is back. And I don't know how they said it was going to be bigger than ever. And I'm like, last year was pretty big. Well, yeah, it is bigger than ever. 3 gigantic Pain in the Grass days. Tuesday, July 30th, Friday, August 2nd, Saturday, August 3rd, all happening at the White River Amphitheater. And the bands that are coming, I guess Slipknot's got some new stuff they're throwing out there. Yeah. I saw they released a teaser.
Yes.
And, of course, Slipknot will be at Pain in the Grass, which means Corey Taylor will be at Pain in the Grass.
Which is always fun. They're going to be playing on the Tuesday of, July 30th? Yeah. Along with Volbeat. Gojira is a great band, so that's going to be a really fun show.
Oh, we got Disturbed, Rob Zombie, Marilyn Manson. So many great bands will be signed. And more bands are coming on as we have Superfecta, you said, Steve?
Yep, they're going to be the Butcher Babies, Corrosion of Conformity. That's a band I've been a fan of since my high school days, and I've never seen live, so I'm excited about that. And yesterday, of course, I just fell down a rabbit hole with Marilyn Manson. I read some article of the 10 ranking his best records in order, and I was just like, oh yeah, I need to listen to that one again. So
I'm going to be so stoked. I can't wait to go on stage with Marilyn Manson wearing a Slipknot t-shirt, see how that goes.
Oh geez. And Manson canceled.
And he's out.
Wow, dude.
Tickets go on sale tomorrow. It's going to be awesome. Seriously, Pain in the Grass. Tickets on sale tomorrow at 10 a.m. at livenation.com. And don't forget, $2 from each ticket sold benefits the Vitology Foundation. They do great local charitable work around here. You want more info? You know where to go. KISW.com.
Let's play B-Migs.
It's time to play the game. Yeah. Surrounded by a screaming name. B-Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! B-Migs, you're a loser.
It is time to beat Migs. And it's time to turn down for Thursday. Oh, yeah. Friday Junior opening day.
Turn down for Mariners.
Oh, yeah.
The first place Seattle Mariners.
Oh, yeah.
We got a 2-game lead on everyone.
Yeah, just
got a head start.
I'm reading the articles. If you want to be really excited about the Mariners this year, just don't read anything in the paper.
Don't worry about it.
Don't listen to any sports shows. Don't do anything.
At this point, what are they going to go undefeated for the entire season?
Yeah.
Keep that dream alive.
Hey, listen, remember, they were in first place for a while. Okay? I don't think anybody thought that would happen this season. So
Good
really,
point.
Yeah.
It's almost like, a week?
Yeah.
First
Ooh,
place
a whole week.
That's a good point. You're right, Steve. First place for a week, and look, if they end up, which they always do, they play the Red Sox very well. And my 20 years here, the Mariners have always been 500 or better against the Red Sox at the T-Mobile Park now.
And that's what I'm most excited about is going to this, because we're going to be going on Friday, the whole show. BJ's been nice enough to be able to bring us all to that. But mostly I love just to watch BJ lose his mind and the Red Sox don't quite do what they need to do.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the pitch. I think that Nasty Nate is pitching for the Red Sox tomorrow. Nathan Eovaldi, the guy that was the big hero of the World Series last year.
Oh.
So it'll be interesting to see how he does. It's a regular season game, so sometimes he gets knocked around a little bit in the regular season and then turns it on and becomes Superman in the postseason.
Well, hopefully then BJ will be miserable tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, you guys, you'll film me. You'll Instagram me. You'll video me and have me all my miserable glory.
Let's get to the game. We've got Alyssa in Seattle to take on Steve. Alyssa, are you there?
Yes.
Excellent. What's you playing for today, Steve?
Tickets to check out the Interstate Batteries NASCAR season opener that's happening on Saturday at the Evergreen Speedway. Go to KISW.com for all the details. If you want tickets, they're available now at etix.com.
All right, Steve, get out of here. For those playing at home, Alyssa will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Alyssa, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yep.
Which pop star stars alongside Mila Kunis in the romantic comedy Friends with Benefits?
Justin Timberlake?
Yes. Nice. Steven Spielberg was born in what decade?
60s.
No.
70s.
No.
50s.
No. In the Winnie the Pooh stories, what is Kanga's baby called?
Rue.
Yes.
Nice.
Louis Gossett Jr. starred in the 80s movie Iron what?
Giant.
No.
Can you repeat the question?
Louis Gossett Jr. starred in the 80s movie Iron what?
Pass.
Woodsy Owl had the catchphrase, give a hoot, don't what?
Oh, Alyssa, you can do this. Maybe you can't.
Pass.
How many feet tall is the typical soccer goal?
6.
No. Alyssa dropped a deuce.
Oh, she sure did.
Took a little too much time on those questions.
Poor Alyssa.
And, well, she won't be starting this opening day with a win.
I mean, really? Yeah, you think Steve's going to beat her?
I from the many years that I've been hosting this game, I believe that I am an expert, and I believe that, that prognostication is correct.
Wow, Alyssa, I don't know what to say. I have faith in you, girl. Even though it's probably misplaced, but still.
There you go. Hey, Steve, are you ready? Oh, yes. Which pop star starred alongside Mila Kunis in the romantic comedy Friends with Benefits?
Oh, good movie. Justin Timberlake.
Yes.
Any movie with Mila Kunis is good.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Steven Spielberg was born in what decade?
40s.
Yes. In the Winnie the Pooh stories, what is Kanga's baby called?
Topanga?
No.
Igor?
No.
Lil Pooh?
No.
Lil Pooh.
Louis Gossett Jr. starred in the 80s movie Iron what?
Iron Eagle.
Yes. Woodsy Owl had the catchphrase, give a hoot, don't what?
Pollute.
Yes. How many feet tall is the typical soccer goal?
Ooh, 8 feet?
Yes. What is the world's fastest growing plant?
Bamboo.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Henry F. Phillips is credited with developing which tool?
Screwdriver.
Yes. How many symphonies did Beethoven compose?
69.
No.
99.
No.
8.
No.
Oh.
Who wrote the book One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish?
Dr. Seuss.
Yes, and Steve, you win 8-2.
Oh, sorry, Alyssa.
Yeah, 2.
But you knew what was going to happen, didn't you, girl?
Yeah, thanks, guys.
All right, take it easy, Alyssa. But you have a good day. Boy, Alyssa really felt like what a lot of people think the Mariners are going to feel like all year long.
High hopes. Hey, she got 2, just like the Mariners.
Yeah, she's 2-0.
And that's about it.
She was 2-0.
But they got it in 2 attempts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many symphonies did Beethoven compose? Anybody know?
I know at least 5.
Is it 13?
No. 9.
9.
69.
Oh, you were so close.
99. Just 9.
Oh, why, Steve?
Why?
One of the very few that she got correct was one of the ones you got wrong. Kanga's baby is called Rue.
You're close.
Kanga
Not Pooh.
and Rue.
Yeah.
Kangaroo.
Yeah, because they're kangaroos.
Got it.
Yeah, good job.
I'm sure you got it. Congratulations, Steve. You won with 8 correct.
And by the way, Steve, I think we would all agree, maybe, as much as I want to, but there was a bad movie that Mila Kunis was in. Jupiter Ascending was. A lot of people don't like that movie.
I don't think I've even seen that one.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you watch it, I think you'll go, okay.
There hasn't been a bad Mila Kunis movie that I've seen.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll take that.
She is so hot.
How's she doing these days? How's she aging? Because I feel like she's the kind of woman that will age well.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, because she's got to be in her 30s, right? I don't know how close to 40 she is, but she might be close to 40.
She's 35.
35. Yeah. I mean, the pictures I'm looking at, she looks great.
Yeah, I think she just, I don't know what it is about her, but she just is, I think her and Sally Field have this youthful appearance and feel like that, like Sally Field You can't believe Sally Field is as old as she is, and she was recently in a show called Maniac that I watched on Netflix. And I still can't believe how young she looks, considering that I think she's close to 80, if not in her 80s.
Sally Field's close to 80?
72.
72 years old.
Damn. That's
Yeah,
old cookies right there.
Yeah, man. I mean, and yet she always looked youthful, Sally Field, ever since she was a Gidget way back in the day. All right. So what happened? You won, right?
Yes, I did. I got 8 right.
You got 8 right. That means
right?
Caller number 8. Yeah, you did.
Okay.
Caller 8's going to get those tickets to the Interstate Batteries NASCAR season opener. Caller number 8, 206-421-ROCK. That's happening at Evergreen Speedway. Caller number 8. All right, Charlie Sheen. I suppose this is a good brand, but it doesn't make you feel good about his sobriety, as he now has a line of weed vapes on the way called Sheenius.
I was banging 7-gram rocks and finishing them.
Well, in all fairness, I did read that he says he's not smoking it. But it's a great name, Genius.
Yeah, and the thing is this, man. Again, he's not smoking it, but it's. He says he's not smoking it, but if you're an alcoholic, should you go into the booze business? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like sitting in a dispensary. I mean, he's just putting his name to a product. And the money's going to probably be pretty awesome.
Yeah, I think so. I just, it's a slippery slope in my mind, but here's Charlie talking about his new weed business.
They said, we see your name so ingrained in the marijuana industry. It's all bootleg, essentially, and made a nickel off of it. That didn't seem fair, and they said, well, what do you think about starting your own brand? We thought it was a fun enough name. It was catchy enough to lead the charge. And I'm very excited about being sober these days. A lot of people, claim to be sober and still smoke pot, and I'm not one of them. We hatched this a couple of years ago, and I was still getting pretty lit. And then when I stopped getting lit, the idea was still good enough to keep pursuing. I'm sort of the medicinal ambassador for Sheenius. I think we got a real shot, and it's pretty exciting.
I have 1 speed, I have 1 gear. Go.
Boy, he sounds really different than his Tiger Blood Charlie Sheen days.
I still hear tones of that Tiger Blood.
But he's just chill though. He doesn't have he doesn't have the manic sort of delivery.
Right. I have a different brain, I have a different heart, I have a different, I got Tiger Blood, man.
I mean, he brings up a good point. I think there is like a Tiger Blood strain out there, and there's been people making money off of his catchphrases for a while, so why doesn't he make money off of that stuff?
So, he's got 6 flavors coming out April 2nd in 20 dispensaries. It'll be priced between $60 and $70. So we might see some down here, maybe.
I mean, why not?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I should say up here. Strains like Malibu Dream, Millie's Vanilla.
Oh, that's funny.
Grandma's Perfume, and Clown Mace.
So no Tiger Blood?
There is one called The Legend, because he said people kept calling him that on the street. But no Tiger Blood. Yeah, why wouldn't they have Tiger Blood?
I expose people to magic. I may forget about them tomorrow, but they'll live with that memory for the rest of their lives, and that's a gift, man.
I mean, how do you not have like the winning?
Yeah, the winning, the magic, the gift. I mean, all of his catchphrases have to be in there. But instead,
you borrow my brain for 5 seconds and just be like, dude, can't handle it. Unplug this bastard.
I like Millie's Vanilla.
That's a great name.
Yeah, that is good. Grandma's Perfume is interesting.
What?
Yeah, and Clown Mace. Okay.
Clown Mace?
That's the name. These are the flavors of Charlie Sheen's new Sheenius pot.
Clown Mace better get you. Like, that's got to be an indica strain that just, I don't know, just knocks you out.
Wow.
I don't know, but makes you giggle.
It's funny. I didn't know for him to be like known for marijuana, because he was just so. It seemed like he was the cocaine guy to me.
Yeah, so he says I smoke Tiger's Blood and vape. Yeah,
okay.
But he can't sell cocaine, so he's got to go with the one that's legal.
Yeah, you're right. I guess that's a good point.
Looking online, it looked like during the whole Sheen meltdown sort of stuff, someone already picked up the Tiger Blood OG cannabis strain, which is an indica. So at this point, he can't use it because it's already been taken.
Which sucks for him because that's his phrase.
Yeah, that now I know what I mean when he says that, hey, people have been making money off of this, and he doesn't get a dime.
And I'm not sure if it's Ice Cream Social or Molly Moon's that has a Tiger Blood, or maybe it's even Menchie's. There's somewhere we have like a Tiger Blood flavored ice cream.
Oh, that's awesome.
They used to do Tiger Blood. That was one of the things of snow cones. Like at little snow cone trucks, they would have Tiger Blood. I remember that, actually.
So is this a thing before Charlie Sheen?
I think it might have been.
Okay.
Oh, so he borrowed it from somebody else.
Oh, then screw him.
Yeah. What the hell? He should get nothing then. Good day, sir.
Yeah, it's Menchie's. They have a Tiger Blood flavor.
course, why not?
Well, if you get that, you're winning, aren't you, Steve?
Yes.
You feel like just like Charlie Sheen at Menchie's.
I like that there's also like it's popular also with like shaved ice, and there's a story that says no actual tigers are hurt to make tiger's blood shaved ice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's the sweet taste of watermelon and strawberry flavoring with a small hint of coconut.
Oh,
Really?
that totally sounds Hawaiian.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's where it got its start. Man,
There's no tigers on Hawaii.
well, there's shaved ice though. Shaved ice is huge on Hawaii.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
And pineapples and
Yeah.
coconuts.
Yeah.
Is anybody else really wanting ice cream or like frozen yogurt right now for breakfast?
Absolutely.
Oh, hold on a second.
Yes.
If I got to choose between ice cream and frozen yogurt, like if I get to choose, it's my last day. I'm not choosing frozen yogurt.
Well, duh.
I just like that the frozen yogurt places give you little cheesecake bites.
Oh,
Yeah.
ice cream places won't do that for you?
I haven't seen any that do it.
Damn, they gotta get moving.
I always love it. They get those little cups that you could sample at like Menchie's.
Yeah.
But sometimes you get a little aggressive with that lever.
Yeah.
And you pull it down. Next thing you know, you just got frozen yogurt all over your hand.
Yeah, it looks like a movie.
And you got to lick it like a freaking animal. Just
Again, looks like another movie. Yeah, you're right.
But man, sometimes they got to monitor those kids. Those kids are just sampling everything at Menchie's, and it's slowing down the line.
Oh, yeah, you hate that.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like, just pick a flavor, kid.
I cut in line. I don't care. I mean, if
Yeah.
there's an open station, I go. I do that even in buffets. Like, look, if there's an open station and you're hovering over the green beans, I'm going to go buy you.
Yeah.
I mean, what the
Especially if
heck?
it's green beans. You don't need those.
Yeah, but somebody for some reason, they go, do I want this green bean or not? I go, well, you know what? I don't want them, so I'm going to go ahead of you there, Skipjack.
They do samples at Baskin Robbins too, with little spoons. You can ask for any of them. And
Oh, but you have to
it's
ask.
Delicious. You do have
That's
to
the
ask.
difference. These
Yeah.
kids can just run rampant over at Menchie's.
Menchie's, they got just a whole tray of those little cups.
Yeah.
And so you just do a little shot of
That's
Menchie's.
right. I used to be that person. I would go and just do all those samples, and that would be enough frozen yogurt for
See,
me.
I like how Menchie's
It's not
does
even
it.
close to enough for me.
Because I feel like a pig. I feel like I'm taking advantage of the system if I ask for all these different flavors and I have to ask someone to give me the, whereas at Menchie's it's like, oh, you're letting me sample. You really don't mind, but I don't know if they mind at the place behind the counter. And
I don't think they don't. I think that they're fine with it unless there's a line. If there's a line of people, come on, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Just pick a flavor. Show some respect for everybody else that wants to enjoy some ice cream.
Yeah.
I don't need to see you sampling everything and treating it like you're at a wine tasting.
Or at least let somebody go ahead of you. Go, hey, you know what, sir, you can go ahead of me. I'm just sampling this. And then how do you feel about that? How do you feel about my spot is saved if I let the person ahead of me go? Like I get to go after that person. Is that okay?
I guess.
Oh, you don't like that? I'm not holding up the line. I get my little thing, boom, and then
It's creating a lot of confusion.
Oh, now there's confusion. Okay,
but fine. If that's
you know what,
I'll take that over the guy that's just trying to lick every bit off of the spoon and try every flavor.
Yeah. I get people that give me bad looks when I let somebody in the grocery line who's got one thing go ahead of everybody.
Really?
They cut me. I tell them, hey, what do you got? Just that pie? And they go, yeah. And I go, hey, you go ahead of me. And
Who's
then
giving you a look?
And then everybody in the line's like, you know what? I was ahead of her. Now she's ahead of me. And I'm like, well, if you looked as good as her, number one, sir, you would have been ahead of me.
You'll let somebody jump several spots to go ahead of you?
Well, yeah. What do I? It's my spot, right?
I think that's kind of douchey.
Yeah, you're affecting everybody else at that point.
She's got a pie. She's got one pie.
Is she giving it to you later or what?
Well, listen, there's always the hope.
I think if she's right behind you.
So that's the problem is I let her cut multiple people.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't get permission for the other people.
It's one pie.
But you didn't get permission.
Oh, wow.
I feel like you would have freaked out.
Yeah.
Not at all. I get that. First of all, she's attractive. I completely understand the motive.
Yeah, I don't think you should let somebody jump ahead of the line if they're jumping other people other than yourself.
What if the person's attractive? Look, if it's a,
what does
if it's
it matter?
If it's a hot dude or a hot chick, I go, I can't argue.
What are you going to get at?
Well, because I know what people do. I just know humanity. Humanity always helps out the more attractive. That's just what they do.
Well, break the cycle, man.
Yeah.
Be good.
How about the uglies?
How about the uglies?
Yeah.
That's not good because if I pick out somebody who looks like you, Steve, they're going to know I'm helping out the uglies.
That's fair.
All right.
I had a buddy. He would sometimes just send you know how some people send drinks to the hot chick? My buddy would always send the drinks to the unattractive girl in the group and then just see the cattiness start bubbling because typically like the attractive girl will start looking at the drink and like looking around like who the hell sent her a drink and not me?
That's a hand grenade right there, man.
It is. It's pretty fantastic.
Your buddy is a freaking genius.
That's awesome. Plus, there's always one woman that will be very, very happy that you did that, and you might get with her
it's
anyway.
An ego boost for that one person that doesn't probably get typically people buying him drinks. He's not clowning on anyone. He doesn't do anything about it. He just does that for the hell of it, like it's his own stupid little science experiment. And then he sees the hot chicks being like, "What the hell?"
But he does. Does he take credit for it?
No.
Oh, so it's see then it's a mystery drink. Usually,
yes.
Oh, see, I think you kind of got to be the one to go, hey, that's from the gentleman over there, and he can just and he still can like keep his distance.
I mean that's a case by case basis, I guess. I don't know.
Because how would you feel, Vicky?
I'm not
if
taking
you
any advice from you, Mister, letting multiple people get caught.
Just one hot chick with a pie. That's all I'm letting. If it was Danny, he's staying in the back of the line.
Hey,
just saying.
So it says you would have been absolutely pissed if somebody did that to you.
It's happened. I mean, that's why I started doing it. I saw somebody else do it, and I realized, oh yeah, it's because that person's attractive.
Yeah, I would never do that.
I feel
don't care if you're a supermodel.
If they don't have like a 15 item or less thing, and the line's really long, I just feel like what the heck? I don't care. I got multiple items. You go ahead. I'm not starting to do it for everybody. It's not just hot chicks anymore. But it got started with the hot chick.
No, I've done that multiple times with somebody right behind me. If I've got.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if I'm pissing off everybody, then I can't. I gotta change my way. So if the person's behind me, I can do it.
Yes.
All right. Fair enough.
If they're holding onto your hips, absolutely.
Oh, wonderful. All right. We got to tell you about this dude that reported a fake armed robbery just to get out of doing something, and he ended up getting arrested. I'll tell you what happened at 7:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. There's a 32-year-old dude. His name is Brian. He's from Florida. Uh-oh. And on Tuesday morning, he called the cops to report an armed robbery. He said the two guys jumped out of a car, stole his money, stole a necklace, and stole a phone from him, all at gunpoint, and then the armed robbers drove off. But when the cops investigated, they noticed his long rap sheet, figured out he was lying, also figured out he was an Empire fan.
Oh, jeez.
Hey! Too soon? Okay.
Whatever, man. The charges were dropped. He's innocent.
Sorry, Jesse. Yeah. So, of course, they arrested him when he confessed. Yes, Brian admitted the reason that he didn't want to go to his 11 a.m. shift at Hardee's, which is a great fast food restaurant.
It's Carl's Jr. here, man.
Yeah, I don't know why he wouldn't want to go to Hardee's, but he didn't want to go, so he made up that whole story. He was arrested for misuse of 911 and for making a false report, and, of course, again, for watching Empire. Here's the chef talking all about it.
We're not only sending a deputy to the scene, we're now scrambling cars, setting up a perimeter, looking for robbery suspects. What if a Crown Vic-looking vehicle drove by, and the next thing you know, we're getting them out at gunpoint on the pavement? He's already a pedigreed thug. 41 felony arrest, 8 misdemeanor arrest, been to prison 4 times.
It is amazing that guy is out. And the people that do get arrested and hassled sometimes, you're like, how is he out and other people are in?
Well, I mean, on the bright side, he's no longer out.
Yeah, that's a good
and
point.
He was able to get out of work.
And more importantly, why didn't they talk to the chef about this at Hardee's? I mean, they talked to the sheriff. Why not to the chef?
That chef sounded rather serious.
Yeah, he was a very
I didn't even know they had chefs at Hardee's.
They do. Yeah, and apparently, he didn't want to go to work, made up the story, and the cops were like, "Yeah, you're a liar."
It's the lukewarm topic of the day.
Yeah.
I mean, gosh, could you imagine if they did pull over people that fit the description of what he said, and if, God forbid, something bad happened?
I know, dude. It really... Because, look, there are some people that just feel like they get unfairly targeted, and they could have easily been angry. It could have escalated, and all was completely innocent on both sides because of this douche. I'm glad they figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty ridiculous. And he did this just to get out of work, which is why we want to talk to you about the ridiculous thing that you did or someone you know did to get out of something. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. What ridiculous thing did you or someone you know do to get out of doing something? Your calls, your texts after Gorillas on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. So this dude reports a faked armed robbery to get out of his shift at Hardee's, which is Carl's Jr. Down here, man. Around here is so good. I don't know why you wanted, but anyway, pretty
big
ridiculous.
Carl, baby. Get the big Carl for the win.
It's pretty ridiculous that he basically faked this armed robbery, came up with this whole elaborate scheme, this story that wasn't true, just so he'd get out of doing his work. So how about you? What ridiculous thing did you or someone you know do to get out of doing something? 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Jesse and Bothell, you are on the Rock.
Hey, how's it going?
Not too bad, buddy. What you got?
So when I was in elementary school, I got into a fight with some kids, and they gave me a waiver to take home to my parents to have them sign to, have them acknowledge that I got in the fight.
Oh,
I'm the youngest of 5, so I told my parents that it was a field trip permission form, and they signed it.
Oh, and they had no idea that it was a fight waiver?
No idea.
Damn, dude. You had some busy parents, or they just did not care.
Oh, yeah, no, they just didn't care. Youngest of 5, it's easy to get out of stuff.
I was going to say, been there, done that.
Yeah.
Then it's just like, you ate today? Good.
Yeah, that's the one thing about being the youngest of 5. If you're the oldest of 5 and you're hearing this story, you're like, kid, I paved the way for you. I hope you appreciate I took all the beatings and everything because now they're too tired to deal with your ass.
That's right.
That's awesome. Yeah, 5 kids. I was thinking about having 5 kids, and then that stopped after Sarah.
Wow.
Aww. Yeah, we said, you know what? We got the boy, we got the girl. Let's just cut our losses.
Well, we know your daughter's in the room.
Yeah.
Oh, hey. Yeah, I think Mom stopped because I was 2 weeks late and almost 10 pounds. I don't think she wanted to go through that again. That was a chunky monkey.
Sarah was a big bubba.
Vicky, your face.
Yeah, because an average baby's like 7 pounds?
Yeah, I think 6 or 7.
Yeah.
That's got to come out of an unpleasant place.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Poor Mom.
I know. You really, you wrecked house, dude.
Yeah, yikes.
Yeah.
But back in middle school, I don't know if you guys had to do this too, but they always made you run the mile.
Yep.
And the night before, you had to pass the class. And the night before, I was like, oh man, I don't think I could make it. You have to do it in under 10 minutes.
I don't remember having to do that.
It was torture.
Yeah, we had the mile twice a week.
Yeah, I don't know. Steve, I'm with you. They never had us do that.
Once a week for us.
You had to do it once a week?
Oh, yeah, every Friday.
What? Oh, we had Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Ugh. They make you kids run a mile?
Yeah.
Yep.
It had to pass the class. It had to be in under 10 minutes, or you had to do it until it was under 10 minutes, at least in my school. But we only had to do it once. It was the big test of PE. Aww. But the night before, I was like, I don't think I can do this. So I pretended to sprain my ankle.
Nice.
I wrapped it.
Good.
I was limping the whole day, and I totally faked a note from either you or Mom saying that I could get out of it. Yeah, I had one of my good friends write it in really pretty writing, and then I just signed your guys' signature.
Oh, so we didn't even know anything about it.
No. Oh, no.
Oh, you and your brother, man.
I respect though the attention to detail that you had with the wrapped ankle, the limp.
Oh, yeah, and limping for an entire day, that takes a lot.
So
it's annoying.
You have to do a makeup, or they just give you a grade? What'd they do?
Oh yeah, no. The day after, I wasn't limping anymore, and they were like, So, what happened to that sprained ankle? And I was like, oh.
Whoops. It was a 24-hour sprain.
Yeah. Seriously, I made it in 9 minutes and 28 seconds, though. So
good job.
Barely made that mile, but I did it.
See, I tried doing that once, and karma got the best of me because I started faking sick starting Tuesday. I'm like, oh, Mom, I don't feel good. Come Thursday, I can't go to school. So I missed out. But then come Saturday, I actually did get sick. My mom takes me to the hospital, and my appendix was about, I needed to get my appendix out.
Wow.
I mean, it was kind of a good thing I faked sick because she took me to the doctor. You've been sick all week. Let's go. I'm like, oh, crap. And then I got, the CAT scan. It's like, oh, yeah, that appendix needs to go.
So your mom never knew you were lying?
No. I think I eventually told her, but hey, I don't have an appendix anymore.
That's what you get. Karma gets you, B.
Yep.
Damn.
If you lie, you'll lose your appendix.
Yeah.
That's the story. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. What ridiculous thing did you or someone you know do to get out of something?
Somebody's texted great. I once called in sick for 10 straight days with progressively worse diseases, ending with scarlet fever, so I could go on tour with my band. I kept the job.
Whoa.
Wow.
That's very good.
Scarlet fever? And people bought that.
Apparently so.
I haven't heard of anybody getting scarlet fever in, I don't know, forever.
So I had an employee once who claimed that their grandmother had died. Gave me a whole sob story. And then later on in the day, they were posting pictures on Facebook of them at the beach. The idiot forgot that they friended me on Facebook. Oh. Immediately after he was hired.
Yeah. Well, come on. It's what Grandma would have wanted.
That's true.
Maybe he was setting out the ashes on the beach.
Right? You don't know.
A burial at sea.
Yeah, don't jump to conclusions, person.
Yeah, I love that when people do that, man. I just love it. And it's all the beach seems to be the place where everybody.
Have you ever pulled the some family member died card?
Oh yeah. No, actually, a coworker did, and that's where I became famous at TJ Maxx because I started singing over the intercom about this dude because we were all pissed.
Right.
This guy left us high and
Johnny's
dry.
mom's not dead. Johnny's mom's not dead.
Well, I basically started singing, and it was before the customers were there, so that way, I mean, you couldn't do it while people were there, but
it's frowned upon.
Before we opened the doors, because the rumor was like, where is this dude? He went to Hampton Beach, which is in New Hampshire, and everybody's like, son of a bee, because we were doing inventory or whatever, and so I just started singing to Bruce Springsteen's "Hungry Heart" how this guy lost his job because he went to he's like it's like when he was at the beach getting a tan, back at home he was getting canned. It was actually a good song. I actually made a good riff, and I was doing it to everybody thinks I lost my job,
And how did everybody like it?
They do, dude. Yeah. I mean, even the managers go, "You are such a pain in the ass," but that's a really fun song.
Yeah, I could never do it. I can never use that as a way to get out of something, lying about somebody dying.
Dude, yeah, he said his grandmother died. He was at the beach.
But Danny, you said yes.
Yeah, my uncle actually did die, but it was like 3 or 4 years later, and we wanted to go to Disneyland, and I was like, yeah, my uncle died over Thanksgiving, and it was like 3 Thanksgivings before.
Well, I mean, in all fairness, you never said which Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
you can't lie.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't lie.
And sometimes it takes a while before the grieving hits.
The one thing that we used to use all the time for college, because we would want to like take our finals early or something so we could go to Disneyland for spring break, we would always say that my mom was getting married in California. So my mom's been married like 7 times.
Oh, look at your mom.
For that, but
he's a regular Elizabeth Taylor, right? 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Elizabeth Taylor, huh?
Well, so do you know anybody else who's been married 7 times?
No. But I'm just trying to think of anyone who's listening. I have no idea who Elizabeth Taylor is.
Do you guys know who she is?
She does that perfume, right?
I know that she was married a lot of times because of all the jokes.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're
her.
right.
Yeah, keep it
you
alive,
don't know
BJ.
Elizabeth Taylor, Sarah?
Nope.
I know it, BJ.
Well, who's a
Nick Cage. I think he's getting married for like the 3rd or 4th time.
Yeah,
That's only 3, though.
You still know Elizabeth Taylor.
I don't know if anyone's ever going to be that.
Oh, Elizabeth Taylor, they did mention her in Big Mouth, and they talked about how she was married so many times. So, boom.
Nice.
Relate.
Oh, and Big Mouth is like, it's a hot show with all those kids.
All those kids these days.
All those kids love it, so she still works. Hey, you see, but that's only because Nick Kroll is probably he's old enough that he remembers just like I do. That's the only reason.
Yeah.
Let's go to Everett in Seattle as opposed to a guy named Seattle who's in Everett. What do you got for us there, Everett?
Hey, what's up, guys? Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Everett. Welcome to the show. What you got, sir?
Hey, so check this out. I used to work in a foundry when I was about 18, 19 years old, and I had always heard a story that if you ate mangoes with the peelings on them, you'd break out in hives. So here I am. I don't want to go to work this day, and I go and I buy 2 or 3 of these mangoes, and I'm eating them like crazy. Boom, get no hives.
Oh,
I'm like,
damn.
man, that story didn't work. So the next day I come back to work and I'm thinking again, man, I don't want to work. So what I do, I went in the bathroom and I took a whole handful of that nasty, slimy pink soap you find in those dispensers, and I ate a whole handful of that stuff.
Oh, why? Because you didn't want to work? Just lie.
Just because I didn't want to work in the foundry that day.
Dude, the foundry must not be a place. I mean, granted, that's where you're banging metal and stuff, right?
Yeah, well, we were actually making wheels for cars. I worked with my dad, and at the time I was working in the foundry where we make wheels for cars, and I just didn't want to work that day. And I'm telling you, from this day on, every time I see that pink hand soap, I get a very nauseous feeling.
So you basically shadowed yourself in that pink hand soap. You got to think about your job. At this point, if I'm in the foundry business, if people are eating soap because they don't want to go to work that bad, maybe the foundry business ain't a good business. Wow. I've never wanted not to do something so much that I would just chug that pink soap.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, Steve, I would just lie. I wouldn't be chugged. But see, I appreciate him. He wants it to look like he really is suffering, like he wanted to hide. He didn't want to look like he was a liar.
Then for the rest of the day, you're having a struggle.
Yeah, you're right. But how about that? How about being sick for the rest of the day with hives and soap coming out of every orifice was better than working at the foundry?
Yeah, but you have the day off.
Yeah, to recover.
Yeah.
I had a buddy who purposely crapped himself so he could get out of work.
You know what? I want to meet this buddy of yours.
You have.
It's
not me.
You've got a lot of buddies that are just like this person's just a winner. It's not the same buddy you talked about earlier, is it?
Yes.
Oh, of course it is. Yeah.
Well, realism. He had the smell. He went into the office. He goes, "Look, this happened," and the boss was like, "Yeah, go home."
Okay, first of all, I was going to say I don't want to know anybody that's done that, but I do know somebody that's done that I work with.
It didn't do it on purpose. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
I just learned not to eat cake that was left over overnight.
Oh, is that what taught you that lesson?
Yeah, actually, it really did.
Yeah, you still eat a lot of stuff, and I remember that time you sat in that chair. We had to wheel you out.
Hey, I was able to wheel myself down the hallway and get to the bathroom perfectly fine.
Yeah, that was really
it was interesting.
How about this text? Once my mom called into my job saying that she was really sick at 2 a.m, so I could go hang out with a girl that I liked. I asked for a pic. She sent boobs and wanted me to pick her up. Texted Mom. Mom called my supervisor, and I was off to get laid. Rest in peace, Mom.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's interesting.
Quite a mom willing to lie for you so you could get laid.
Yeah, that's I don't know.
Did you do that for Sarah? No.
No, I wouldn't lie for
Mom would do it for me, though, for sure.
Oh, yeah, Mom would. Yeah, no doubt about it.
I used to have mental health days. That's what we'd call them.
So that you could go hang out with a dude?
Or I could do whatever I want. Yeah, pretty much. I was like, Mom, I just don't feel like going to school today. She's like, okay.
Yeah, Mom's not a fan of school anyway.
Yeah.
And the school you went to, I had a lot of problems with just the whole policies. Their homework policy where you would get a 0 if you didn't get 100% of your homework right.
Yeah.
They give you nothing. You fail it. And I go, what's the point of doing homework if you fail homework? I mean, the idea is you did it at home. You tried.
So he says, I put a flat tire on my car and then took a pic and replaced it with the good one. So when I don't want to work, I send that pic saying, I got a flat tire. Can't come in from
That's
Jaden.
brilliant.
Solid. Yeah.
I feel like, though, you need to take pictures from multiple angles, just in case.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Vicky, you are right.
Different times of the day.
Or just get a green screen so you put it behind it.
That's
and then at that point, you can just put any sort of thing on there. It's like, I'm stuck on the side of the road. Oh, look, I'm stuck at the beach.
I'm in Paris.
Yeah. How did this happen?
Because you don't want to be like the Flintstones where it's the same background. You go, wait a minute.
I had a different buddy this time, though.
Oh, okay.
That would.
Oh, sure it is, yeah.
Kept on file on his phone different pictures of him stuck in traffic. So if he's ever back in the hockey days, if he was ever in the locker room drinking beers, whatever, he's just like, let me just send a picture. I'll just say I'm stuck in traffic. He had ones during the day, ones during the night.
Yeah.
Just different times of the day of him. And whenever he was stuck in traffic, he'd save these pictures so he could send it to his significant other and be like, I'm not going to get home anytime soon. I'm stuck in traffic.
Boy, she better not find out about that app.
What's the app?
Oh, there's an app called Glimpse. Us board game idiots use it because we want to make sure when to start our game. If our buddy's coming, we won't start a game without him. And Glimpse basically will show exactly real time where you are on the freeway, so we know where you are and how much time you got left to get to where you got to go.
That's awfully stalkery.
I thought BJ sends it to me all the time. Like, cool, bro.
Yeah,
you sent that to us once when we were going to Pain in the Grass.
Yes,
and I kind of click on it. I'm like, what the hell am I clicking on? And then just real time where BJ is in a car. Yep. And I'm like, this is stupid.
The world's boring.
Okay. I'll see you when I see you, man.
Hold on a second. If you're supposed to be somewhere and you're worried about where they are, Glimpse is the greatest thing. You go, all right, no, hold on a second. He's 10 minutes out. He's 5 minutes out. And then I'm going to keep texting you and you know where I'm at. I thought it was dumb, too, until my friend, he sent it to me and I was like, you know what? This does have its applications if you're waiting on somebody.
No, I see the benefit of it, but I still will never get it.
No, I know you won't get it.
It's just a little too much. Can't you just say, I'm 10 minutes out or 20 minutes out rather than this is exactly where I am?
Now I have to, typically it's like, oh, yeah, I'm already stuck in traffic when I'm still at my house putting my pants on.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous,
I'm on my way,
BJ.
but
exactly.
I'm not.
See, and I don't text you while I'm driving. That's why I love Glimpse. You get to see exactly where I am, and I don't have to take my eyes off the road. That's why I love it, too. I don't have to text anybody. Here's where I am. You want to know where I'm at? Just look at the Glimpse. I mean, it's a nice feature. You guys are all looking at me like, you know what? You give me the same look that people looked at me when I brought in a laptop for the first time at a radio station.
Oh, no, this is way dumber.
It's not way dumber at all. It is
this
so
is on the same level as like having a robot.
You guys are Luddites. What do you want me to say?
It's like having a robot with a video camera. It's on that level.
Yeah, it's too much.
Like, yeah, it's cool. But really, do we need that?
You know what?
You know what? Did you need it? No, because you don't have it.
I couldn't have it because Sarah, basically, she put the kibosh in the whole thing.
It was just weird. And then you needed to give it away because it was
because you wouldn't let me use it. I was going to tool that thing around all the time.
Somebody said you could do it on Facebook Messenger as well. Glimpse?
Well, I don't know about Facebook Messenger. I only know Glimpse.
Yeah.
Probably.
Right. Yeah, well,
why don't you just call what it is? Stalker app.
Well, they do on iPhone. They have the Find My Friends thing or whatever, where you could just
My old roommates and I used to use that one all the time.
Oh, all of a sudden, that's okay.
Yeah, because we needed to see when they were going to come home and if we had enough time to bang on the couch.
That's exactly what Glimpse is. And yet all of a sudden I'm an idiot.
Someone says Life 360 does the same as Glimpse.
Okay.
I think all of this is stupid.
Why all of a sudden is Vicky not an a-hole? She's saying the same thing with a different app, and yet I'm the jerk.
Well, you're just an a-hole in general, so this isn't making you an a-hole.
And I'm using mine for sex.
And I think hers is just as dumb, but at least the reason why is decent.
Okay, you know what? All of you can go have sex with yourselves.
So he says Glimpse is great, BJ.
Thank you.
We use it when we have guys riding in all over on motorcycles.
Yeah, see, if you got to know where people are at and you got to, that's a cool way to do it. I would imagine, especially for dudes on motorcycles, you don't want to be texting or worrying about that stuff.
Next person, I'm totally downloading Glimpse. Our game group has the same problem.
Yeah, dude, it's so great. That way your game group will know. It's like, all right, we're not going to start a game without Slappy. Because sometimes Slappy doesn't communicate that much. And you go, dude.
Damn Slappy.
And Slappy gets there and goes, why'd you start a game without me? It's like, because we didn't know where you were. Glimpse us next time, you half up.
Someone's like, are you getting paid for this advertisement? I wish.
Dude, so I totally wish I was getting paid for it.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Then I would say nice things about it. Yeah. The Glimpse is so cool.
Yeah.
It's the best app ever, man.
But let me tell you, probably 95% of the things that we talk about in this show, Steve and I would be skillionaires if we actually got paid for the half of the stuff we talk about. Unfortunately, no. We're just stupid people who talk about what we like and don't get a dime for it.
Or weigh 9,000 pounds, either one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. I get no free anything. You can't. Our business can't get any free anything. The government says no, but every other business does. Swag bags are everywhere.
We need to be influencers on Instagram. We get lots of free.
I know. How is it the influencers get to do stuff and it's not payola plugola, but with us it would be? It's bull.
Because they have different rules, man.
I don't like those rules.
And you don't pose in your bikini on Instagram.
Yep.
Not yet.
Bikini, BJ.
Not yet, Danny. All right, Michael Jordan.
If I get a free bag of chips, I'll pose in a bikini all the time.
Yeah. I will buy you a bag of chips just to make you do it.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'll buy you one to make you not do it.
Right now.
Oh, no, come on, Vicky. I'll buy him two to make him do it. Sun chips, too.
Bidding war!
I was going to talk about Michael Jordan. You'll have to find out what it is at 747 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. If I call Travis, will I actually see him or someone who works for him?
Absolutely. When you come in to see my office, when you first call in, my staff will try to help you with any basic questions that you have. I can give you a call back, but they'll usually try to schedule you for a free consultation with me, the attorney, and I'll meet with you personally. We'll talk about the basics of your case, and I'll take you through a question and answer session that an interview that usually lasts about 30 minutes. We'll get the basics of your financial situation. I can answer your questions, and we can talk about whether bankruptcy makes sense, your non-bankruptcy options, and how bankruptcy could affect you, what the process is.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. Thanks for listening.
You can tell when your car battery's dying. But with your water heater, you'll never know until it starts leaking. Before you buy another tank, consider a Navien tankless water heater. No storage tank to heat or leak. Lower energy bills and endless hot water for spa-like comfort. All backed by Navien's strong warranty. If your water heater is over 8 years old, it's time to check out Navien at tanklessmadesimple.com.
Count on Navien.